Okay, people, back again, no rush. But what time is it? 6 o'clock. Alexa, what time is it?
Right now, it's 6:07 p.m.
Okay, so thank you, Alexa.
You're welcome. Anytime you need me, just holler.
So people, yes. Um, yes, we signed a deal with Ruthless Records, Priority Records, Epic Records. The president of Epic Records right now, I believe, is Silk the Shocker. We also signed a deal. I signed a deal with Cash Money. I think we signed a group deal under Cash Money Records. Me, Tommy, and my dad, especially myself, which is Cash Money West. Which is Ruthless Records, Cash Money West, and Hillfigure Records. So we do have a deal with Cash Money as a group deal. Me and Tommy and my dad. Yep. So, with Priority, with Capital, with Ruthless Records. Ruthless Records. A lot of people have contracts. We also have a solo contract with Priority Records. So, the thing about Priority Records, you will be smart if you sign to Priority Records or if you have a contract. Some people would tell people to not sign there. That'd be stupid, completely. The reason why some people are successful in the music game is not because whatever. It's because of people stopped catching the bug, which was the petty cases, the petty charges. So, like I said, you have a self defense and you have a petty charge, like a pitiful charge, like somebody was real petty and tried to throw something at you. You have a self defense and a pitiful charge. What's in the middle? The Jezebel spirit. So it's AKA crackhead bitches and niggas opinion, fiend opinion, the Jezebel spirit. So you have a self defense case. You have a petty charge. In the middle, you have a drug, crackhead, fiend opinion. It's called the Jezebel spirit. So, that's what a Jezebel spirit is. It's a fiend and a crackhead opinion. When it comes down to this, serious situation of just what I said 10 minutes ago. So, but like I said, it rubbed off on some people and it won't rub off of us to the point where we 10 years in the self-defense attempted murder case that we have nothing to do with. We just defending ourselves. I haven't went pro. I have a professional sports contract. So my last attempt in being pro, just going to training camp and doing what I do, is 2019. So, that's what they say. It could be earlier than that, you know what I'm saying? But it's 2019, unfortunately. So, if I hit up my team and say, hey, it's time to get going, they can oblige, or what they do is they play pity pat. You call the person you supposed to, you call the label not gonna answer. But the label not answering nobody. So you just leave it like that. Other than that, you gotta wait for your team to get out of jail. But like I said, some people are successful in the industry. 80 to about 94% are they're successful because the petty shit ran off of them. When the petty shit found us, it don't want to leave. But instead of signing deals, we bought the label. We went smaller. We did marketing. We did lifestyle. We did pro sports. It doesn't stop. it won't stop. We do interviews, if anything. And then we got to go to what we do, our business. Okay? And then as kids and the shit, we go to school. Then we go to college. And that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? So remember, in the middle of petty shit and self-defense, in the middle of self-defense and petty shit is the Jezebel spirit. Okay? So I went pro. My brother went, I went pro. I'm a first round pick. My twin brother, my identical twin brother, is a first round pick. And my oldest brother is an undrafted free agent. We in the top three, and so is my sister. We the top 4 athletes of our kind of entity. So it's really me, my identical brother, and my older brother. My sister just do, whatever she gonna do. She just benefiting / whatever she interested in. But me and my brother, we top picks, so we focus on ourselves. Then my brother is an undrafted free agent, so he get the benefit off of just, he can really do the middle, which is like the arena games, the motocross. Our main sport is motorcycle, so and go-kart, Can-Am sport. So, like I said, that's just what we do, and we pretty good at it. So, shout out to Ducati, shout out to Jaguar. That's what we affiliate with. And I'm drafted number 1 overall in the BMX 09 Yamaha draft. And I think my brother, if he's not number 2, he was no later than 4. My record is 78, 48, 38, and 0. Tap into what that means. Other than that, you got to hit the dirt. So this middle that we in, it take away from practicing and training. Now we of age. People in jail, people missing, people in private location, people in private prisons. It's not about where we at and what we doing all the time. It's about the definition of what the trouble we're in. We are in the self-defense case, and we doing time for it. I don't know how. This is our 3rd to 4th time in this shit. I literally seen, and my dad is pro as well. My dad played indoor arena football, which is amateur pro. Linebacker, special teams. And I seen him get ice thrown on him, and a long time ago he defended himself for that. My dad is he even killed, but he got ice thrown on him, and it was like the last time was enough, because we coming in the stadium and they did it at the car we was in, and we in a Ducati Integra, and they just happened to just throw it, and then they missed us, and then the security dropped it on the floor, so we know we finna run. Then they gonna hit you with your agent here, your agent sitting over there. Then we go in there, they throw it at us, and then our security start mixing the people, so we run off and shit. But so we do music. You understand? We signed a lot of people. We hooked up a lot of people to the labels we affiliated with, which starts with Ruthless Records. So sometimes you can get introduced to the situations that we had. So, like I said, a Biggie Smalls contract signing to Priority Records. We responsible for a Tupac Shakur signing to Priority Records. We responsible for a Beyonce Knowles contract signing to Priority Records. 2 albums, $200K. I'm responsible for. a Jay-Z, Priority Records, various roll-in contract. We responsible for the Haven contract, mixtape, mixtape sale, stream deal. We responsible for a Jazzo, same contract, a Kanye producer contract, Priority Records. So what we did and what we can do is also in the middle of that self-defense and petty shit, because we got so much history in signing so much people and getting them a heads go into this label. You know, the last person who checked in was, I think, a Cassidy. He said, yo, what's up with that Priority Records shit? Can y'all get me on there? So we said we could do a battle series. We could sign you a contract, but we can also do a battle. We got a couple rappers at Ruthless Records and Cash Money West and all that want to battle in the stages of Priority Records and their properties. So we help do that. And that's where you see the Freeway and Cassidy battle. That's in the basement. That's in the studio ground floor of Priority Records. So if you're responsible for this Cassidy versus Freeway shit, what happened was, and imagine how much time you're gonna do and be responsible for, because you did something amazing for real. What happened is Cassidy in the car with us, and we tell him to go in the studio, go inside, and we dropped them off. The label up there, we right here. We said get in that car. They're gonna take you to the studio. I think Freeway in there. He come downstairs laughing because he like, these niggas just dropped me off and told me that you finna diss me. You don't think I'm here. You supposed to invite me to a studio, Rough Rider, and now I'm all here and I'm ready to go as well. I'm just gonna see what you got. That was us. So, even a Mims needed a contract. I met Mims in Chicago, a barbershop, and I already heard 2 of his songs. I really did some stuff sometimes, and I said, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get your demo to Damon John, because I think he was born, his birth house 4 doors down from his house. So I said, he just born in this county. So I gave Damon John, which is Damon Jones, who owned FUBU. I gave him Mims' demo. And I said, if anything, I'm gonna sign you to Ruthless Records. But we gonna do your talent. We gonna test you. I did that for him and Jeremiah. I just met Jeremiah outside, and he was finna sing for me. But I said, go ahead. So he sung for me, and he gave me a demo. Mims, somebody sold me a bootleg CD, because he already got some shit. He doing it natural out the trunk. So I already had it. And he in the barbershop. He coming to the barbershop. I met him and all of this stuff. I just did all this food shopping and meeting people. So Mims and Jeremiah, I signed from Chicago to Priority Records. And you got a lot of stuff. Glasses Malone. I mean, you name it. Because I'm like young at the time, but I'm peeping who nice, and we got a connection to the label. So the only thing they could do is say, well, what's up with Epic Records? So I say, we could do that too. And then that's when the Yin Yang Twins, not Yin Yang Twins, but if you don't give a damn, don't go and throw it up. Boys in the Hood and all them people. Boys in the Hood want to sign the Epic Records. I say I could get y'all a tryout where y'all fly up there, and then we gonna do that. Them boys in the hood ride on the corner, 5 in the morning on the corner clock. Yeah, and also did Jaquan Hood Hop. I appeared in this video that they deleted, but when I got on Epic, that's when Bow Wow tapped in, and me, Bow Wow, and Romeo was hanging out. But we all got school. Their careers took them to the point where they could choose that private school, but I just kept on going to the regular joint, cause I got death threats and shit, and then so that's a good enough story. But like I said, we were responsible for even a R. Kelly trade to Epic Records. I mean, you name it, a Sway in the Morning podcast option to go to Epic Records for them to film it. You name it, man. Because I'm not going to have entities and be holding them. But, like I said, we were responsible for Biggie Smalls signing to Priority Records contract. Official writing, he signed it. Tupac, he signed it. And then Tommy getting vice president of Bad Boy Records, because Diddy keep getting booked. So, I mean, we signed that deal. It was fun, but like I said, we pro sports, but our music is out there too. No Limit. I signed to, my first deal is No Limit, signing under Silk. No Limit Sports as well. Cash Money group deal. Me, Tommy, and my dad. We really on Cash Money or West right now, even if it's independent. So shout out to Brian Williams. That's how the independent or solo or deal, that's 100% go, because they gotta spend some money. So, that's everything for real, you know what I'm saying? Alexa, what time is it?